Hey everybody, welcome back to SpeekyGeeky. I'm your host, Mr. Geeky. Today we are going to be unboxing Splinter and Baxter Stockman of the NECA TMNT cartoon series. Really excited about this. These are two characters that I've been looking forward to having in my collection for a long time. Before we open it, let's take a look at the box. We got the standard TMNT box. It's got the fun new artwork on there of Splinter and Baxter Stockman using the same TMNT cartoon logo from the Fred Wolf cartoon. It's got Splinter on the side here in a nice fun pose, holding his ancient book there. It's got Baxter with his ray gun on the side. On the back, it's got the cross cell with Triceratons and the rock soldiers here, Xerax and Zork. And then you have the Triceraton infantrymen with Roadkill Rodney, all of which amazing selections. Can't wait for those to have those so I can review those as well. So let's get this open. Right off the bat, I'm really excited about this fun sewer lair backdrop. For display purposes, this is a lot of fun because you can have a handful of your NECA figures here or whatever other sewer dwelling characters you want to put up on this thing here. That's really cool looking. It's well done artwork as well. So I'm excited. I haven't even gotten to the toys yet. To the toys. Ooh, this is the dojo mat. Always in the sewers, oftentimes you'd see Splinter on this dojo mat in the cartoon series where he would be deep in meditation. It's not just paper. When I saw the original packaging with this in there, I thought maybe this was like either paper or a laminate. It's not. This is like a felt, almost feels like a yoga mat, which is nice. So there's 5 different hands for Splinter. There's 4 for Baxter. It looks like a whole lot of different poses and grips, which is great. Splinter has a couple that are in a fist, a couple that are kind of like he's getting in a move pose, which is nice to have those different options for Splinter because Splinter uses his hands in the cartoon in a lot of different variety of ways. So that's fun to have that. Let's look at the different side weapons and stuff that they've got, the accessories that come with it. Very, very little tiny Splinter there. Pre-mutation Splinter. That's fun. It's makes me worry with his tail because a little bit, this tail, even though it's like really well sculpted, it seems like it could just pop off. Oh, this has got to be for the ray gun. This is like some fiery something kind of look. This goes with the ray gun. I wonder if this goes, I can fit this onto this, or if this is, I can, but it's not. I don't know. This is, oopsies. This is like a little gun here. Here is Splinter's walking stick and a yin yang medallion necklace that we can put on him too. Splinter's sword, katana. Oh, this is a fun little Easter egg here. This is an art book with inspiration. Turn to the page of Leonardo, Donatello, Michelangelo, and Raphael, and that's nice. It's like a sculpt on the inside there to kind of give you the feeling that there's actual pages. It's all sculpted in. You can't move any of the pages, but it's still, I like this. This is a book. It does not open. Oftentimes in the cartoon, Splinter would be holding a journal or a book of some sort. You don't always know what it is, but it's to reinforce that he is very learned. This is neat. And it seems like on the inside, so this has got a lenticular on it. I do vaguely remember this character. And it was, I think it was like an AI that went into gain sentience, something to do with the Baxter episode, I'm sure. At the bottom here, it does seem like maybe it would go on to some sort of playset. And I know that they were doing dioramas. I'm curious to know if there's some sort of place on the playset where this could fit to. This is like a mutation gun, and here on the back, like pick your own animal you want to mutate it into. So here it's got like a turtle and a cat and a fly and maybe a bee, a rabbit, a donkey. There's a plant. Seems like this probably goes for the calm demeanor of Splinter here too. Oh, this is Shredder Fly. There was an episode where Shredder got mutated into a fly, and that's this. It's very tiny. Baxter out of the package, Splinter out of the package. First thoughts with both of these. Splinter is very cool. He's got his robe is soft goods here. The tail is posable here. You can move, it's on a swivel. So it can move back and forth, up and down. It's not bendable. Pulling away the robe here a little bit. We got a little bit of a different color scheme here on the head and the neck. It doesn't necessarily follow the color scheme down from the neck to the stomach area. There's a side-to-side swivel. It doesn't seem like there's an ab crunch, which makes sense because there's, because of all the different sculpting articulation they have on the stomach area. The legs, there seems to be a good range of mobility on the legs. You can move left and right here. You got articulation in the knee. Doesn't look like it's a double knee here. I think it's like in the top of the leg, and then you have, oh, that's fun. So it's the bottom part of the foot and on the toes. Personally, I'm probably going to be keeping this robe closed to display it in the way that he looks on the show. He's usually in robe when he's on the cartoon, so that's not a big deal to me that underneath the paint scheme there is not consistent onto the stomach, but with that robe closed, it doesn't matter. I like that they capture the little emblems that were on his robe there as well. That's nice. And there's still a lot of posability and range in his arms, even with the soft goods robe on. There is the head swivel, and there's like a neck crunch here too. Okay, and that is Splinter. And on to Baxter. Baxter is a really fun sculpt. I really like what they've done with the lines and the shading on this. It looks like he just jumped right from the cartoon. Everything I could ever want in a Baxter figure here. What's fun too is there's like multiple articulated components to the back here, mandibles at the bottom, pincers, and you have the wings that are movable and with a wide range of wherever you'd like to move them. The head, it's a little pull when you try and move it back and forth, but it still doesn't stop you from moving it to where you'd like it to go. I like the shading on the eyes there. I like the shading, the little extra, you can almost see the little whiskers there too, once you get close to the face. And just like the detail to the bow tie and the shirt has really nice lining and shading to it. Lots of mobility on the legs, and this one does appear to have the double knee. It's not a side rocker, it doesn't appear to be, but it does have some back and forth, some nice range there. Not so much an ab crunch, because this is like soft plastic right here. He's not an acrobat, so I don't think that you're going to necessarily be needing to pose him in like some pretty bent over positions, but the range that he has here is still pretty good. Yeah, okay. All right, so that's Baxter, that's Splinter. I'm having a fun time with these characters. I'm really liking the way these sculpts are turning out. The only real complaint I have with NECA figures is that they are not as easy to get a hold of as I'd like. And I assume that's probably the case for a lot of you too. Hoping that changes as the line continues to grow and the range continues to grow of character choices here, because there's some really fun ones coming down the way. Don't forget to like, subscribe, click on any of these boxes down below. It's a mystery. I don't know what it is right now. So keep it up, keep enjoying it, and let us know if there's any new content you'd like to see as well. Until next we speaky, keep it geeky.